Now, you know, I'm from the island, you know. Most of my friends from the island, you know. And, most of them Jamaican too. So, I don't know, it's a coincidence. I end up with a blood clot in my lungs, you know. That's why them Jamaicans always say bumble clock, blood clot. So anyway, one day I was in the bed with my wife and I couldn't breathe. So, and if I would have stayed in the house for 10 more minutes, I would have died right there. I would have died as a blood clot with a blood clot in my lung. That's a message that was going to be in the hood. I died of a blood clot for hanging with the bumble clock Rasta man. Anyway, so I rushed to um, medical center hospital, and so they just start putting needles in me. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do nothing. They laid me down, start putting a whole bunch of needle in me, check my blood, and they say I had blood clot in my lungs. So, and it's self-explanatory. So I'm not. That's the only detail I could say. That's just my belief, because the American government is known for these things. Look at the man I am. Look at the things that I'm saying, and they know that about me. And so I had to take black blood thinner medication. So like I say, I go to the doctor all the time. They shooting needles in me. I don't know what the hell they shooting in me. They couldn't kill me with the hepatitis B or the foot fungus or whatever the attempt they tried in the hood to connect me with. So I believe they inject me with hep the blood clot, whatever. There's a lot of scientists that come up with somehow inject you with things like that. So that's my belief. So that's another attempt. So I seen this video in long, so I could say I believe is the last attempt on my life. I One day I was in Newark Hospital where I go take the blood thinner medication, the doctors there, and I was explaining something to them, how I believe American shot up people with AIDS. And everybody thought I was crazy or whatever. They went and called the cops on me, or the hospital security. It was me and my wife. I went home. So while I was at home, the narcos came, and it was a black and a white narco, but I don't know him. I never speak to him. The only thing he said something to me at Prince Pizza where I used to do delivery. He was like, I had a Ford Taurus, and he had a Ford Taurus. I don't know if it's the same year or the same model, but the cars look alike. Even when I ride in the hood, people say, "Yo, I thought you was police." He was like, he had told me, your car looked like, I thought your car was my car. And that's the only conversation this white guy, this white narco had with me. He never arrested me or nothing like that. I don't know him. He was like one of the new narcos that came in the hood, but I had give up the game already. So that's the only conversation I had with him, because they all hang at Prince Pizza, come eat pizza. So, and one day, like I was telling you, the incident, I left the hospital, so he was the one that was there, and I was on my laptop writing down how I believe the U.S. shot up people with AIDS. So while I was saying that, While I was writing that on my laptop, they ran into my house. Soon I was about to um press um done to send the message. They came, ran up in my house. The black one went to my wife, the white one came to me. And I had my laptop and at that moment I didn't really care about nothing because I felt like I lived my life already. Because I already know how the cops react. So I grabbed the laptop and I act like I was gonna hit him so he could shoot me and end it right there, you know? And but he ain't do that, and he could tell you. He just tackled me down. I let him. I ain't resist, and they ain't charged me with nothing. They took me to the hospital, but I believe the reason they ain't, do nothing to me, they had something set up in the hospital for me. So the security guard in the hospital, when I got there, you know, after all I went through the process and I was going where they was gonna put me in. Um, so when I enter, you know, I'm always having something to say. I was saying things, and the security guard didn't like what I was saying or whatever. So you know, he attempted he attempted to grab me like this. I don't even do karate, and I was real upset. I could have broke his neck. He went to grab me like this. I was like, I just moved his hand, grabbed his neck like this, pow. Then I just, boom, went on the floor with him. But he ain't resist, he ain't struggle. If he would have struggled, I would have, the way I was upset, I would have broke his neck right there. 1 second. The move happened in 1 second, and I don't even do karate. 1 second move. Trying to grab me, pop, pop, pop. Grab me by the pop. He was on the floor. Less than a second. While he was trying to grab me, less than a second, he was on the floor getting choked up. So, so they all came. So his other security guard came, and so I know ain't no camera in there, and I already knew what the plan was to kill me in the hospital where there wasn't no camera or whatever. So I was throwing chairs. I threw. They had like 30 chairs. I threw all of them at them till I got outside. So when I got outside, both of the security, they grabbed me or whatever, and they had me. I was now after they grabbed me, I got on the floor, and it was the one that I was about to break his neck. He on top of me, but I was choking him while he was on top of me. He's a little Dominican Spanish guy. I don't know his race, but I was choking him. Even though I was on the ground, he couldn't do much. So the big security guard came. They both Spanish. They laid me down like Jesus Christ. I swear to my mother and all the doctors, over 30 doctors there, doctors and nurses. They said they ain't see nothing. And 2 cameras. And they gave me, I believe they edit the picture of the camera, whatever. That's what they gave me, and I couldn't sue them. So I couldn't really, my lawyer, I had to go through a process. I'm gonna get to that on the next video. So they laid me down like Jesus Christ. I swear to God on everything I love. And 20 nurses, over 20, 30 nurses. The big security guard, his partner, laid me down, have both of his knees on my hands spread out like Jesus Christ. And the other one on top of me, punching me like 50 punches. And I saw it was a lost battle for me. So what I did, I act like I died. I faked my death. That's how the security guard stopped punching me. And all the nurses there, they said they ain't see nothing. Now I almost lost my life that day by Jersey City Medical Center security guard, and I ain't get no justice for that. Is a next video coming up next for what happened after this.